Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back. I'm Angela and today I'm sharing my latest make that I'm wearing and a little bit of a pattern review. If that sounds interesting, stay tuned. So this is McCall's M6796. It was printed or published in 2013, I believe, and it does have 4 variations. I'll flip it around and show you the line drawings here. And I made view B, the long sleeve with the mock turtleneck. And the funny thing about this is when I was just like choosing which one of these to make and looking at view B here, I just kind of glanced and assumed it was a full turtleneck. And then when I was cutting out the pieces, like especially the neck piece, I was like, how is this going to be a turtleneck? Because it was too, shallow or what have you. And I got to looking a little closer and it really is just a little bit of like a mock turtleneck, I guess you would call that. As it turns out, I was really happy that that's how it turned out, just because I love the look of turtlenecks, but sometimes wearing them can make me feel a little bit like closed in. So with this, I know it's kind of distorted here because I have to have my microphone clipped on, but it's kind of loose and it's not too constraining. I really love it. So a little bit more about the pattern before I show you how the top looks, in its entirety. So the fabrics that call for are jersey, cotton knits, and sweater knits, and they do give the little stretch guide up there. This is a rib knit that I got, I think from Stone Mountain and Daughter. I got this a while back and I think they've sold out of it since then. And the size range on this is 14 through 22. I picked this pattern up secondhand, probably off of eBay. So there might be other, like a smaller size range available. But for this one, let's see, for the, so size 14 has a bust of 36 and the size 22, so it goes up to a bust of 44. So I cut the 18 grading down to the 22 through the waist and hips. And it was a pretty simple make. There was nothing tricky about this at all. I love the fact that it does have this little mock neck here so that I didn't have to deal with like a neck binding or, a bias binding or what have you. The sleeves are like the perfect length for me. I didn't change anything about it other than grading out size. I didn't change like length of the sleeves or length of the top itself. I'll show you what it looks like full length here in just a moment. And let's see, notions are just, if you're going to do C or D, the ones with the cute little neck there, you do need buttons. Other than that, no notions, no interfacing. It was a very, very simple make. And I think what drew me to this pattern was that it is, I could tell like from her, the model, that it's a longer length. And I really like my tops to come down a little bit lower, even though it may not be considered like a full tunic length. I do like them to come down a little bit lower and cover up my belly and, most of my bottom. So I found the length to be just perfect on this. Let's see, anything else about this? So for the description, it just says close fitting, pull over top, color variations and narrow hem. C and D have the button trim. And let's see, what else? I can't really think of much else to share with you. It was pretty straightforward of a make. The one thing that I would change if I make this again, and I do imagine that I'll make this again, this might become a tried and true for me. The sleeves have a little bit of like puffiness right here. I cut the pattern pieces out exactly as they were printed. And I don't really care for the sleeve having that little bit of a, it's not a ruffle, but it's a little bit of a poof or something like that. So I think I would try to find a way to minimize that when I make this again. And I do have a little bit of a confession to share with you guys. I still haven't hemmed the bottom of the top yet, but I will. It's been a little bit busy here with my job and trying to get ready for holiday season. I've still worn this top though already just around the house, but I just need to put the hem in and then it'll be completely done. But it's done enough that I can share it with you guys and give a full pattern review on it. And before I show it, I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed as far as the description. I don't think so. I think I covered everything. If you guys have questions, like specific questions, put them down below. I'll be very happy to answer those for you. And if you're ready, let's go ahead and take a look at the top. So that's it. What did you guys think? I really love this top. I feel like it's a comfy top, something that I will find myself reaching for again and again out of my closet. I do think I will make this again, and I don't think that I would change anything other than trying to fiddle with the sleeve pieces and try to reduce that little extra bulk up there and get it to be more of a smoother join there with the shoulder. I would like to try this in maybe a sweater knit. I don't know if like a bulky sweater knit, that could look good too, not too bulky. I don't know, we'll see. I do plan to keep this in rotation though. And before I sign off, just a couple of things to like give you a heads up about. I hope you'll come back for the next video in which I'm going to be sharing a reassessment of the color analysis that I had done a couple of years ago. Just looking at how it's impacted my choices in clothing, makeup, hairstyle, and everything like that. Should be fun to kind of take a look at that because I definitely have made changes in styling since I had my color analysis done. And then a real quick sneak peek at my next make. So this is like a massive piece of fabric here. It's just 3 yards, but it's a heavy sweater knit that I got from Mood Fabrics. And I am going to be making, so back up, I got this last year in 2022 late. So I'm finally getting around to making it up and I'm excited about that. I am going to be making the True Bias Marlowe sweater out of this. I'll put that picture up here. I've heard a lot of good things about the Marlowe, so I'm really excited to get going on that. I think that this fabric might have some wool content in it, which I probably didn't pay close enough attention to when I was buying the fabric because I don't buy wool fabric or silk. I try to stay away from like animal-based materials. So I know that probably I should pre-treat this somehow to pre-shrink it because it has wool in it. If you guys have any tips on how to address this fabric before cutting it and sewing with it, let me know. I have heard of people taking their wool yardage into a dry cleaners to have it professionally pre-shrunk. That might be like more than I want to get into or pay for. So I'm wondering if I could like just soak it in water and then like throw it in the dryer, low heat for a little while. What would you guys do to try to pre-shrink this? Let me know. I would be very grateful if you put your tips in the comments. And that's about all. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm so happy that you're hanging out with me today. And I will see you next time. Bye.